Good afternoon. My name is Latanya Watson. I am a student with Diné College in the Public Health degree program. Today I want to talk specifically to one individual. I'm actually doing this regarding HIV on the Navajo reservation. I'm trying to promote awareness and prevention, and I just really want us to get a better insight of this virus, this disease. I want people to understand that it is here, and I want them to know that we have our own people living with this disease. And I have one person who is, we'll call him Trent for now, and he is actually living with HIV. He's living to overcome it. He's still in the coping process, and I just have a couple of questions for him. Good afternoon, Trent. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, and I'm Trent, and I'm very thankful that you are doing this interview and also getting a lot of information out there to our Diné people and surrounding communities. Well, I'm in my 30s, and I've been living with HIV for the past few months. I was recently diagnosed through transmission from another partner. I was previously in a relationship, and it came to a surprise to me that this actually happened to me, that I was exposed to the virus.
Thank you, Trent. So you are newly diagnosed within the past months?
Yes.
Okay. Prior to your diagnosis, what kind of illnesses, or like what made you go get tested?
Well, it was about a year before I was actually told that I do have HIV. I was actually in a relationship with another male. My partner at the time did admit to having multiple partners and unprotected sex. And at the time, when I was told, or when I was given the news, I did go in for testing for HIV and also STD. And what had happened was, it was about a year afterwards that I decided to go in and get checked medically. Some of the symptoms that arose was the night sweats, develop sore throats, constant coughing. One morning I did wake up with swollen lumps on my neck area, and the night sweats were just getting unbearable. So that's when I decided that I need to go in and get tested. So I had blood work done. I did have my results back within a week, and I was told that I am HIV positive. And at that moment, I didn't want to deal with that reality, so I had to get a second opinion. And so I had a quick rapid test done, and I was HIV positive. So from that moment on, it was reality to me that I am going to be living with HIV. And so I took the steps in the initiative to seek out medical attention and also start treatment.
That's really good to hear. So as far as your health now, with your when you go in and get tested,
Yes.
They check your levels, your T cell levels, like the RNA and all that.
Yes. Yes, any type of information I'm willing to share and talk about it freely, in hopes that it does help other individuals out there, even just coping with the fact that HIV positive people may still be kind of going through the experience of what I'm facing too. So I am comfortable sharing that. Right now my viral load is undetectable, and my CD4 level is actually above in the 900s. And one thing that I have to accept within myself was that I will always carry this virus I feel that we need to tackle a lot of the education that comes along with being HIV positive. And if you are HIV negative, that you take the precautions and steps to stay healthy. And from my personal view and my personal experience, it's a
You mentioned 2 other people. What are their age ranges?
well, from what I've been told, cases right now in 2016 and 2015, the youngest person that I know that was diagnosed here on the reservation with HIV was at the age of 16. And the oldest one, I believe, was a 68-year-old, if I'm correct.
Okay. Also, for people that you may know that are living with HIV, did they contract the virus on the reservation?
Right now, the individuals that I am speaking with, I do know, and they shared their stories with me. One was actually contracted outside of the Navajo reservation, and the other was contracted within the reservation.
Okay. All right, Trent. What messages or advice would you give to individuals who might think that they're infected, but they're scared to come to terms with it, and they're scared to get tested? What advice would you give them?
The one advice I would give any individual residing on the Navajo reservation or anywhere is just do it. Just get tested. I mean, it's scary, yes. It's scary to know that you can contract HIV. And my advice is just to go in, get tested, do it yearly, do it twice out of the year. If they do live a risky life, change your ways, or protect yourself. Take that next step, because if you're going to engage in risky behavior, why not engage in something safer?
Okay. And lastly, what message or advice would you give to an individual that is HIV positive, but still, they can't come to terms with it, and they're going into depression? Like, what kind of advice, words would you say to them?
Right now, I am in the coping process, and I'll just share a little bit insight. Recently, I did attempt suicide myself. And right now, I am outreaching, and I'm trying to come to terms with a lot of things. And one advice I would give an individual who is recently exposed or has... The one advice I can give them is to keep on fighting for a healthier life. Take your medications. And also facing depressions or support groups. You can find it within yourself to actually pull through it. I know it's a hard world, and it's a hard thing to deal with reality, because I can battle HIV. And one day I do hope to come forth publicly and share my story. At this point, I'm just really trying to cope with a lot of things right now. And that one day, I'm hoping that I can be an advocate and start something small.
Thank you, Trent. I just want to let you know that you're doing more than you know in helping your people, helping other patients that are HIV positive. You're doing a lot for your community as far as awareness and prevention. I just want to thank you for your bravery in helping me make this project successful. I just want to know that your words are very encouraging, even to myself.
Mhm.
I don't know if I could ever understand what you're really going through.
Yeah.
But like just being newly diagnosed and everything that you want to do, all your project that you're already thinking about doing, it says a lot about you as an individual, your bravery, you have a lot to, you opened a lot of doors for people, and you will continue to, and I just want to thank you, and I truly mean that.
Okay. Well, I just want to thank you for this opportunity, and it means a lot to me, just your words. It gives me the strength to continue on what I want to work with, and hopefully that I do get something started out there, and educating a lot more people. I know it's been done in the past, but for me, I feel like through prevention programs, it was always a target to the healthier communities. As far as I know it, I just never heard of anything as far as telling a lot of individuals. I don't know how that would be possible. I mean, we have a small reservation, but how we can break that barrier right there to let people know that that HIV does exist here on the Navajo reservation. It does affect everyone's lives, and hopefully we can target those areas and also give a little bit focus to those of us who are HIV positive, and to actually open up more doors and leeways for that. And I just want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my story.